Is Kubrick the movie director GOAT? I mean, I obviously wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. I've repeatedly said that Kubrick is not on my wavelength. I There's things he does that I can appreciate. Like that he's very talented, but none of his movies are in my favorite list. And even when people say they love Kubrick, they're talking about 2001 and beyond, maybe Spartacus and beyond. But he has like 6 movies that no one talks about. Like there's several of them, like I don't even know the names of them. Like some people talk about The Killing in 1955, and then of course Spartacus 2001, Full Metal Jacket, Shining, Eyes Wide Shut, and then he's got 5 or 6 more movies that people don't talk about. So even on that level, when you only have 13 movies and half of them people don't talk about, you look at Nolan. Which ones do people not talk about? Following, budget of less than $10,000. Insomnia, just a little bit forgotten in the mix. Every other Nolan film people talk about. There's literally 2 of them that aren't really in the common conversation. And you can say, oh, Tenet's not very good. So then there's 2 that people don't talk about. One that's not very good. Maybe a couple that aren't very good or divisive or something like that. But then you still have more Nolan movies that people talk about in a positive light than Kubrick. Not to I'm not really trying to compare the 2, but if you're trying to say who's the GOAT director, he had a 50-year directing career, only made 13 movies, and there's like 5, 6 of them people don't talk about. So I have a hard time calling Kubrick the GOAT. I just period wouldn't, because I don't think that. I think Spielberg is the obvious GOAT, who has a 50-year career, over 30 movies, many Oscars, multiple films in multiple genres that are, nobody questions that those are some of the best of these genres. War film, drama, adventure, like you can pick multiple genres, family, I don't know what you would call E.T., family alien movie, like just multiple movies. They're just fantastic. Like you look, like I had people, I put up my ranking of Spielberg movies earlier this year, and I had a guy that like really dug into me. Like, you don't even like Spielberg movies. You like 5 of Spielberg's movies, and like you're like putting classic films at number 15. And so you're not even a Spielberg fan. I was like, hey, stop and think about this for a second. Look at the 14 movies ahead of it. They're also fantastic. Remember what I said right around number 19? Everything else on the rest of this list is great. I literally said that. I wanted to say dummy because the guy was a dummy. Because his comprehension skills were non-existent. I literally said in the video, here on out, really tough. Everything else in here is a fan favorite. It's a great movie of specific genres. It's an Oscar winner. It's an Oscar nominated. Everything else, number 19 and beyond. 19 movies that are fantastic. I think by the time I got to the top 10, I said, every movie in the top 10 here is in my top 10 of the given years that they came out. Multiple movies that are the best of the year, easily, without question, because they're my favorite movies of all time. So I would say it's easily Kubrick, Spielberg. Kubrick, I don't get the Kubrick praise. But, I mean, Kubrick and Spielberg are such opposites. Both had mainstream success, but Kubrick is obviously much more on the artsy, weird side. Spielberg is the, schmaltzy, mainstream guy. That's why I love him. But just way too many fantastic films for me to think that Kubrick is even in the ballpark.
Most of these clips are pulled from my weekly Patreon live stream. Join at any level and you can join the chat and ask all the questions you want. That's for as little as $2 per month. For $5 per month, you can get your name on my end card. For $25 per month, you can have a monthly video chat with me. Link is in the description for more details, and keep talking movies and TV too much.